Oh wow, 2K18. Before we get into 2K18, I think one of the biggest challenges we faced this year in 2K17 was just balancing shooting. So we went back, reviewed all the past shooting systems in our games, all the way back to 2K11, took all the good things that we liked about all those different systems, and we put together what I think is the best system to date for 2K18. And we're so excited for you guys to try it out in September.
2K17 has been very up and down. When I say up, I mean like the jump shooting has been ridiculous where you make everything, and it also been down where you can't make anything at the same time. Like one day you'll be green from everywhere, the next day you can't hit at all. It was at a certain point where my playmaker was shooting like a sharpshooter. It was ridiculous and extremely fun to say the least. Let's move on to the next. I don't really remember shooting in 2K16, even though I had an outside shooting guard through the beginning, but midway through the year I did make a slasher, so I was basically an inside player more than the outside. When the game first came out, that's when I was a jump shooter, but as I realized I was terrible at shooting, so I said I'll be better off going inside. So when I was an outside shooter, I was very sporadic, like I couldn't hit consistently. I rarely ever got any green releases, so I don't know how consistent greens were for you guys, but for me, I was all over the place with my shooting. I was really trash at jump shooting, so much so that I had to make a whole new mod player. Even though I was an outside mod player, it's ridiculous to think about now that I'm coming back to the game. I hope that 2K don't go in the direction of 16, because I felt like shooting was too random. It was too hard to get greens. Even though I had a great jump shot, like I was an outside shooter, I was missing a lot, and that really made no sense. So that had me thinking it had nothing to do with attributes in 2K16. So I hope they don't go this path with it, because we need the game to have to deal with attributes and not these badges. It's all about your play style now, and badges that's really frustrating me, because I liked when it was dealing with attributes. If you could have a high 3-point rating, I mean you could shoot. If you had a low rating, you can't. 2K15 was one of the worst shooting games I have ever played. It really was broken up to a certain point where people could not miss. There should be a level of skill to how open you are, and this man was ridiculous. 2K really ruined the game this year. Like, I don't understand what they went wrong, but jump shooting became insane where people could not miss. You could tell that it was something wrong with the shooting, that everything was going in, contested or not. It was something wrong. I feel like 2K14, the shooting here actually took skill. The shooting here had no shot meter. It felt natural. I liked it. You could pull up from anywhere you want as long as you knew your release, it could go in. It had to do with attributes because the badges really didn't matter. I really like the 2K14 shooting. If they're going back to shooting, they got to do 2K14. I know they're going all the way back to 2K11, but if we talking next gen games, 14 got to be the one you look at, because it felt beautiful. I went back and played it recently. It felt amazing. I felt that I knew the release, it was going in wide open. I could get myself open, and once I knew the release, I felt like it could go in with no shot meter. I was loving this. When shooting was all about ratings and release points. All you had to do is have at least an 80 jump shot, and you know your release, you could cash out. It's simple. I don't know where the badges come into play. I hate the fact that archetypes come into way. Just give me a certain rating that I can use and give me the release. Oh yeah, pulling your hood with them round. Our races on. 2K11, boy oh boy, the shot timing on here was amazing. Like, there was a shot delay because it was different from single player to multiplayer. Right now 2K got rid of that delay on shooting, but as far as things go, this was basically one of my favorite games in every aspect. The hop step was cheesy, the posterizing dunks were cheesy, but the jump shot just felt right. There was a certain point in the game where me and Doms made 5-6 mod players, gave them 80 mid-range and just took mid-range shots all day, because that's how consistent you could be as long as you knew the release. I was happy with that in the game. Now that brings us back to which direction will 2K go in come 2K18. This is extremely important. How much switching they did of jump shooting in 2K17, it leaves me a little scared that they don't have a mind made up on what they want the shooting to look like, since they're going back in the past and really trying to see when shooting was good for them. I don't know what they're headed for, but let's just hope that it's better than what 2K17 was. If they keep the shot meter, I wouldn't be mad. If they get rid of it, I would understand at the same time. Let me know in the comments, what are you expecting come 2K18 jump shooting?